I don't want to keep secrets just to keep you and I through the garden arm. Ready, Sonny? I love you, ain't that the worst that you ever heard? Hey, look so pretty like a devil, it's you. Oh, she's amazing.
You were actually just sat watching Taylor Swift, half singing, half like going like arm, like you knew the choreography.
I don't know the choreo.
Like when she did it, you were like
Have we
arm.
started
Look
the
at
pod?
the arm.
Yeah,
of course,
okay.
we've started the pod.
Blah, 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 blah.
Catch
I've not even got my
up.
thing.
So that's what you're doing. You're just watching Taylor Swift.
Honestly, she's
literally
a legend.
obsessed with the movements,
The boots.
the boots.
God. She does this like arm, like throw. She can't dance, but I love her. She can strut like no one can ever strut.
I understand why Taylor Swift fans get this rep.
Reputation.
Yeah, like of being like this sort of annoying, obsessive.
We're not annoying and obsessive. I wouldn't class myself as a
Maybe
Swiftie.
I should add defensive to that as well.
I'm not even a Swiftie, I swear. I'm not. I want to be. I watched the Miss Americana tour. I don't know what it's called. No. I watched the tour the other day and so much. She's been through so much fucking shit. And I have tickets to see her next year.
She's been through millions as well.
Hmm?
She's been through millions as well.
What?
You said she's been through so much shit, and I was like, yeah, she's been through millions as well.
Millions of what?
Dollars, bucks, cash,
Ka-chingo.
cheddar, cheese, lettuce, green.
Anyway, is that all the names of money?
There's definitely more. Well, then you get into specifics
Don't want to know.
of like stacks and racks and because they mean different things.
Pennies.
To like certain amounts.
Anyway, no one cares
You know,
about
like a
money.
rack. I believe a rack is 1,000.
No one
Or maybe
cares
that's a
about
stack,
money.
or a stack is maybe $1,000. I'm not gangster enough to do that.
I got Taylor Swift tickets though.
And you're not a Swiftie.
I fucking got them. We weren't even in the queue long. A quick half an hour wait, intensely. Bish bash bosh, £95 down the drain.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Do you know who that happens to?
Fans.
Swifties.
Yeah, we did wait. We had a pre-sale code. Thank you, Payne.
Exactly.
Anyway.
You're a mega fan.
I've seen her 3
Or are
times.
you a MAGA
I've
fan?
seen her during Red. I've seen her during 1989 and Reputation. I've seen all 3 tours, and now the Eras tour. Fuck yes. Woo! Was that nice?
That was.
Says I don't have headphones on today.
Oh, let's not get into
I don't
that.
know how loud
Nobody-
Is this loud? Am I speaking loud?
Nobody gives a shit, Ruby.
Okay.
To be straight up, nobody cares.
Got a question for you.
Okay.
I spoke to a friend about this last night, and they were like, that's a shit question, but I'm going to say it anyway. I am. Okay, imagine this.
So if you're hearing this, it wasn't cut out. She didn't cut this question because it was shit. Let's see.
I don't want you to interrupt when I don't ask questions until I've finished, okay? You are an egg, a raw egg. No comments, Sonny. You're an egg, a raw egg. If you stay an egg for 1 whole year, you get £1 million. You have to pick one person to look after you, to protect your egg. If they break the egg, they get £1 million. Who are you giving your egg to?
Can I choose what kind of egg I am?
You're a raw egg that can be cracked.
But can I choose
Duck
what
egg,
kind
sure.
of?
Hopefully you're organic.
I'm going to be an ostrich egg.
No.
That's my
No.
choice because they weigh apparently 220 kilograms.
No, you're not. Just
So good luck
Why'd you
picking.
have to do
Good
things?
luck outsmarting you, finding loopholes.
Oh, he's not
I'm trying
outsmart.
to get $1 million here. I'm going to get that cheddar, that cheese, that lettuce.
Do you understand?
That wonga.
Do you understand that this person, for example, say we weren't very good friends, you're like, please look after me as an egg. I wanted money, smash, you're dead. £1 million for me.
Okay, you try and pick up 220 kg
We're not.
of
You're
egg.
not being an ostrich egg. You're being a fucking egg on over there.
I'm an ostrich egg, and you've got to.
I'm an ostrich egg.
I identify as an
No.
ostrich egg, and you've got to pick up 220 kgs worth of egg and try and smash that.
Sonny, please just be a normal egg. Please. Please. Answer, who are you picking? I've picked Mum. I've picked... Why are you pissing yourself? I've picked Mum, but she would protect me. Why are you laughing
I'm laughing because you're like, please be a normal egg.
No, who are you asking? I would protect you, but I'm a bit clumsy, so...
Nah, you're no good.
The person I was speaking to said they would give it their sister because they would probably put the egg in a drawer and just forget all about it. And then I was like, what if an earthquake happened?
Well, like you say Karen, which is our mum.
You're
That's
not having
obviously
her.
well, that's the obvious answer because she would rather us get $1 million than her get $1 million. I feel.
I think you should give it to Dad because
No.
He would invest probably. Firstly, you'd get a T-shirt saying "I'm an egg" because he gets all the
Ostrich
merch.
egg.
No, you're not that. You're a normal egg. And he would probably buy like a purge kind of cage for you, so no one could destroy you.
You know, the shell of an ostrich egg is 2 millimeters thick, which doesn't sound like a lot. But think of like a regular egg and how thick the shell is. 2 millimeters thick egg shell. You ain't breaking me.
You're a fucking normal egg, and that's the end of it. Who are you picking?
I mean, saying dad is like a boring answer. I'm trying to think of like an interesting person for an interesting reason.
I'm picking Mum because I know she'd protect me.
Yeah, but like, that's such a simple answer. It's the right answer, but I want something more interesting. Like Greta Thunberg.
Would you not trust a friend?
No.
No.
No, all my friends, probably rightly so, would break the egg for the money. And I'm trying to think of any friends where I wouldn't break their egg.
I would give that person three quarters of my money.
3/4?
Yeah, because
That's not a lot. That's like 75 cents.
I need to go.
That's for our American listeners. Yeah, you give away the money then you give me 3/4 and I won't break you.
You will not look after me. You would
I would
smash
for
me.
3/4 of a mil. Then again, if I break you, I get the whole mil.
But you don't have a sister anymore.
You're just selling it to me even more now.
A whole flat to yourself. You could move into somewhere else with
I
£1
could
million.
buy a flat, yeah.
We've actually got something quite exciting. What are you sipping on there, Sonny?
You just making weird water liquid sucking
What have you
sounds.
got? What have you got there?
Well, what I've got right here, is it porcelain? What's it technically made out
Who
of?
cares?
The public care. The public want to know about ostrich eggs and what this mug is made out of.
We have merchandise.
Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know who.
No,
I don't know how.
I came home the other day.
But we have a bunch of mugs.
I came home the
And
other day,
Ruby.
and and our dad, who is super, we're so grateful for everything he does for us, so supportive, wants the pod to go on fucking, he wants us to be as big as Shits and Gigs. But I was working and he just, like, what's that thing when someone wants you to see what they're doing? He being very over dramatic. I'm going to start this again because I'm just talking shit. So I was working from home and are you listening to my story?
Yeah.
I was working from home and he literally came and like did these big arm gestures to like sip a mug. And I was actually in quite a bad mood.
You in a bad mood?
No, I was. And I was like, what are you doing?
Starting a podcast in a bad mood?
I'm not in a bad mood now. And he's just sipping this cup and all it says on the cup, the Payne and Simple logo. It is so cute. And we're thinking of doing a bit of a
Throwaway.
giveaway.
Oh, giveaway. Yeah, we're not throwing them away. We're giving them away.
I think we're going to do a giveaway. And we've got a new little concept. We actually don't know what we're calling it. For now, it's going to be called Pitch the Pod. La, la, la. Wow. Wow.
That may be the second or third time you've made our listeners' ears bleed in this episode.
I can't hear myself, can I? Pitch the pod.
So what
Explain
we're going to do
it.
is we need /want /desire some themes, tunes, and jingles to go with the show. So we're not going to tell you what to do. We're not going to tell you any genre, style, or anything. It's all free range, like the egg I would be.
I thought you were an ostrich.
I'll still be free range ostrich. Get with it.
True.
So what we want you to do, it can be on a voice note. It could be recorded in a studio professionally. You can do it however you want.
Shout out, Andrew. Payne and Simple. Payne and
That's what we want, but better.
We do. We want some jingles that you think kind of vibe with us. You could do it for our what you watching. You could do it for any of our segments.
Yeah, you can do it for weekly recap, what we watching, the weekly wonder, any of that stuff. We want intros. We want outros. Just have fun, have free range. There's no limitations. You can say anything you want. I guess except hate speech. But besides that, anything can be in it. You can swear in it. You can do whatever.
Don't see the C-bomb. Don't say the C-bomb, please.
Why?
I don't like that word.
You don't like that word?
Only if it's needed, but I don't think it's needed.
Fair enough.
We're giving away.
Sneak a C-bomb in there. See if you could do that sneak
I don't want you to do that.
And if Ruby doesn't know it's there, you've passed the test.
Listen, we are giving away
3 mugs. Tres muggos.
No, wait. Uno, dos, you said and trois mugolios.
So if you want to be one of the lucky people to grab your grubby hands on one of our mugs, we're going to fill it with some sweet treats and some nice little surprisey bits. Who knows? Maybe we'll put an egg in it. Not an ostrich egg. Egg. Friend. Because as we've established, way too heavy.
So go for it, guys. And then we will send an egg. We'll send an egg to your house. We will send the mug to your house if you are one of our listeners and use it on the pod.
Yeah, you'll be the official theme song of this podcast.
We're excited.
You can put that on your CV. You can tell friends that. You might even win a Grammy. You could even meet our Grammy. If you do make a jingle, send it either to our Instagram. You can send it, which is Payne and Simple Podcast, or Payne and Simple Podcast @gmail.com, or even mine and Ruby's Instagram. Just get in touch, whichever way you want.
Or just WhatsApp us if you know our number.
And yeah, we'll announce it next week.
Hopefully, depending how many we get.
On our schedules as well.
I'm excited.
So send the songs in, folks. We want them. We need them. And God, don't you want to be a part of this podcast?
Pitch that pod.
Don't you want to be out there? Don't you want to listen every week and hear your own voice? Isn't that the dream?
Get creative as well. Instruments. Maybe a bit of...
Instrument. I don't know if you're trying to say rap or just do some record scratches. I don't know what this is. Maybe... Do I need to call 999?
Weekly recap. Blee, 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 blee.
What you been up to? Hit me with it.
So this week I've had the weirdest week. Started my week in Chesterfield. Ended my week in London.
Oh my God.
It's like I can drive.
It's like when you go on holiday and every time you get to wherever country we're going, you always say, isn't it so weird that we were in London last night or this morning? We were in London this morning. Isn't it so weird? You always say that.
Anyway, I had quite a fun end to my week. At the beginning, I was in Chesterfield, saw some lovely people, really enjoyed that. Came back to London. I went to Madame Tussauds with my boss's children.
How was that?
They were a bit like, are they real? Is it real?
You got any pictures?
Loads of pictures. I'm sure I'll add one to the weekly recap. What's that thing on Instagram? Carousel. And met Taylor Swift, obviously, because I got tickets like the day before.
You met Taylor Swift?
The wax version.
Yeah, so you didn't meet anything.
I was quite disappointed because Harry Styles is not in there yet, and I got told he was. And I told the girls he was, and they were really upset when he wasn't.
You could have lied. You could have found somebody who just looks kind of like him and be like, that's Harry Styles right there.
It was really good to go.
And the kid's like,
nice.
Ruby, that looks like Obama. Nope, that's Harry Styles right there.
With Obama, though.
Yeah, of course. So who was the best ones there? And I'm not saying...
I'll tell you who the best ones were. I'm
not saying, Taylor Swift, because she's Taylor Swift.
I will tell you.
I want what looked the best.
Helen Mirren.
Looked the best?
And, what's her name?
Is it another sort of like old actress?
Judi
Dench?
Does she play Pinky in Mamma Mia? One of the three dynamos. Judi Dench.
I don't think she does. It's not Judi Dench.
What's her name? Oh my God, I hate myself.
So
Julie Walters. Is that her name? Julie Walters and Helen Mirren.
Julie Walters, you are right.
Yes.
Is the name.
They looked so real.
Wow. Do you wonder if some people are screaming at their phones right now?
Yeah, like, what the fuck, Ruby? How do you not know? I thought Shrek looked really real too. And they have a chamber of horrors, but you have to be 16 plus, so I couldn't be like, kids, stay out here while I go in. So I'll go next time to the chamber of horrors.
I like the horror section. That seems pretty fun.
I know. I also went to see Grease the musical.
Wow.
Rama-lama-lama, ka-ding-ka-da-ding-da-bop, shoo-bop-shoo-wada-wada, yippity-boom-da-boom. Anyway, really good. My friend Jake plays Doody in it, and my friend Ellie plays Marty and covers Sandy, and they were shining stars on that stage. It was incredible. Quite raunchy, if I'm honest, to take two children to, but they loved it.
Yeah, but I'm imagining most of that will go straight over their heads.
But every time there was a kiss, both of them turned to me, was that real kissing? And I was like, yeah, they're kissing. And then My friend.
No, you got to lie to these kids. You got to tell them weird fake lies. Like they've got plastic film over their lips so their lips don't actually touch. And it's like a weird thing. Yeah, you got to give bullshit to kids because then they tell other kids. And you start a dumb rumor.
But then both my friends, they kissed on stage because they're kind of like partnered up. Your mate's kissed. What? We then went and saw Jake after the show. He was a little shining star, bless him. So good. It was so weird to see him in that environment. But he met the kids. It was really nice to see him. And yeah, I had a lovely little week, I guess.
Is Peter Andre not related in any way? Is he not in it though?
He's in it. He plays Teen Angel. But to this time, it was
that again.
He sings "Beauty School Dropout."
That's my favorite song.
Yeah, but it's actually he kind of is alternating with Louise Redknapp. She was in 9 to 5. She was a star. She's great.
That's the only thing I knew about it was that Peter was in it.
Yeah, Peter Andre's in it. What's his name? It's Jason Donovan. I think he was in it for a while.
So the real question before we move on is, how was Sonny in the show?
He was great.
Sonny's always a creep.
Yeah, he was a creep.
In media.
He did this really crazy thing where he like jumped on the, you know, them gym horse bench things where the gym horse. You know what a gym horse is?
I don't.
You know what a gym horse is? It's got the 2 handles. People do it that around in the Olympics.
Okay, yeah.
A gym horse.
I didn't know that was it.
Just did a whole demonstration on a gym horse. And he like got on it and started like shagging it. It was really funny. The kids obviously didn't understand, I hope.
Over their heads.
It was great. I really loved it. Everyone should go see it. I think it finishes in October, so get your tickets now.
Yeah, so get at it.
What have you done this week?
I have been at Sundance. You know, we've been bigging it up. We've been talking about it. I was at Sundance. I only saw 2 films.
But a lot of talks.
But yeah, endless amount of talks. Again, I said to people, my only sort of complaint would be that they scheduled a lot of the films and the talks to be at the same time. So you kind of have to pick and choose, and a lot of them sold out very quickly.
Would a normal film lover like Sundance? Like, for example, not me, I'm not the best.
I did the industry pass. So normal Sundance is just the films. So yeah.
Oh, nice.
Like
you saw that really cool film that I wanted to see. The one with the weird like hand. Sundance does this really cool thing where they have like, what is it called? Something brunches. I think it's so good for your industry.
No, so I did the industry pass, which I don't know if Utah has that. I know London obviously does. You get access to all the talks and all that, and then you get a couple of movies. There's passes where you get all the movies, and you just show up and watch films all day and all that sort of stuff. So I did the industry pass, which, yeah, is full of talks and all that, and they start the day with what they call just like a networking brunch. And I don't know what the word would be. I'm quite anxious, I guess, to start random conversations with strangers and
I
just
think
like
it's
stuff
quite
like
normal.
that.
Putting
And, like,
yourself out there.
Yeah, and like networking in that sense. And even if the point of the place is to do that, and I think I'm not young, but I'm still kind of young. So there's definitely people there who you start talking to, they realize pretty quickly you're not going to do anything to progress their career. And they're
like
done
users.
with you. Well, a lot of people go, and I don't think that's a bad thing. A lot of people go with a goal. Like I met people being like, I'm looking for a producer, or I've got this script, I need a director, or I've got this script, I need finance. So a lot of people go with a goal. Like I'm here to meet this person or this type of role. What's funny?
Just your t-shirt. Sorry.
My t-shirt's funny.
Just says winner.
I'm a fucking winner, that's why. I
So
win,
sorry,
win,
I'm
win.
really sorry.
This t-shirt is from Dave and Buster's. Google it.
Okay.
It's an adult, not even adult arcade. It's like an arcade sports bar in America.
Oh.
And when we went there, this was like one of the prizes you can win if you get a bunch of tickets. This dumb blue t-shirt that says winner in orange across the chest.
It's just funny. Sorry, I will concentrate.
I looked at it and was like, that's a tacky ass t-shirt. I need to win it.
And now he's wearing it.
And I won it with the help of my friends, admittedly. We all kind of pulled some tickets together so I could get the t-shirt.
Fair.
Very nice of them.
Sorry, carry on. It's just really funny. It's just very bold, bright fluorescent. Winner.
Because I'm a winner.
Carry on.
So the networking brunches were great because they have a bunch of tables, and on each table is a quote-unquote expert. So it'll say their name and the company they work for.
Like what, a director?
Directors, finance, distributors, just someone in the industry who's kind of meant to lead it, at least. So you choose a table, you sit down, and instead of sitting at a table and there's that sort of awkward, oh, hi, everybody, blah, 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 there's the expert there, quote unquote, to like start the conversation.
So great.
And they'll have like things to talk about. So there's not like awkward silences. And then if you want to detour or you ask questions, so it's just like a nice way to start a conversation. Then after like sitting at a table with like 4 to 6 people, you now know 4 to 6 people. So when you're going around, because like I say, by
Yeah.
the 4th day, because it's 4 days, by the 4th day, easy, because you know a bunch of the people now. It's a lot more casual. There's no like awkward standing around being like, who can I talk to? Because I don't want to interrupt half of these people who are in conversation already.
No, I get it.
But by the 4th day, you know these people, and you can just walk up and be like, hey, blah, 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 blah. So it was good. I spoke to a lot of people. I spoke to some like pretty successful people in the industry. You know, some like hotshot directors, some hotshot producers. Stuff like that, which is super cool because, you know, I'm not really bumping into these people on the street or anything like that. So it was really nice to go and just chat to all these people. And at one point I was kind of like, I don't have a goal. Like, I'm not here trying to pitch something.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm just going to talk to these people about film like I usually would. You know, I'm not here being like, let's talk about this, but secretly all I want to talk about is my script. Because I don't have that. That wasn't what I was going for. So it was literally just like...
You are very open-minded.
Yeah, I was just like, what gets you excited? Because you're in the industry. I'm trying to get in the industry. What gets you excited? And what can I do to be that kind of thing? But it was really interesting. And it was quite fun. They had a happy hour every day.
Nice.
With like a bunch of free drinks. Like a rooftop bar. So like it was pretty nice, pretty relaxed.
Sounds great.
But I'm pooped. A lot of social interaction with strangers. So
yeah.
I'm pretty pooped.
Nice.
This may be the last conversation I have for a week.
Well, it's time for What's In
and What's Out.
Woo! Ba-dum-chum.
Save it for the listeners. They're going to do all that. They're going to add all that stuff.
You're doing What's In, right?
I am.
Go for it.
Well, I'm a bit worried that I might be stepping on the toes of what you might be talking about. Because What's In
No.
is Instagram.
Okay. What's Out is Twitter. So, yeah.
But what's in for Instagram for me is because I posted.
Yeah.
I posted an actual picture, not a story.
For the first time in 17 years.
For the first time in 4 years. Where's my phone?
Nah, that's crazy.
Let me pull my phone up. Where you at, phone?
He's actually doing
50
really...
people have liked it, apparently.
Yeah, you're doing so good for likes. That's rare.
It's probably because everyone's got a notification saying Sonny Payne has posted for the first time in a while. So my last Instagram post...
Wasn't it like Zanti or something?
It was when I went to Paris. It was the 30th of May, 2019.
No.
So it has been over 4 years.
Yes.
And I'm back. If you were looking for a reason to follow me, now's the reason. This is me being shameless and plugging myself. Something I never do, except for the end of every episode. So go follow Sonny_Payne, like the post, and check out more stuff to come in 4 years.
So beg you.
No, because every 4 years I'll post.
No, Sonny needs to start posting more about his field of work because
that's what I was saying.
He can show it so easily on his
career.
Instagram. But yeah.
Well, again, with this weekend at Sundance, and obviously a lot of that is... I find with my industry, Instagrams are a lot of the networking. Oh, get your Instagram. Business cards and websites are a thing.
Yeah.
But a lot of it is like, let me get your Instagram. So my Instagram does need to become more of a CV in a sense, which is really lame.
No, when I was a performer, mine used to be like that. Now it's just my life in squares, basically.
Well,
and that's literally my bio.
That's a better app.
What?
That's a cool that's a cool name for an app.
My life in squares?
Yeah.
Hey, Apple. Wait, it's not even Apple who do it.
Hey, Apple.
Want to buy any grapes?
No, that's how you're the annoying orange.
Oh, yeah. Shall I say what's out?
Yeah, what's out?
Twitter.
What?
Twitter.
What?
Twitter.
What's a Twitter?
Sonny, stop.
Twitter is out.
Yeah, and actually, for me, it actually is. Threads, everyone. I hope you're on Threads because it's
so you're on Threads?
I'm on Threads.
Do you want to explain what Threads is?
Threads is Twitter.
Yeah, it's Twitter. It's like really obviously ripped off.
Yeah.
Not even ripped off.
No, but it's bad. And it got like a record-breaking amount of new followers in one day. What was it, like 50 million in like 24 hours?
Well, they got 1 million sign-ups within an hour and a half.
No, that is mental. And like, it's not just like randos. It's the big... Kris Jenner has got it.
Well, they actually gave early access to either Jennifer Hudson or J-Lo, or some celebrities at least got early access to Threads and could like make their account.
Isn't Jennifer Hudson dead?
She shouldn't be. Let me find this out.
Jennifer Whitney Houston, I'm thinking of. I'm so sorry. Jennifer Hudson?
Yeah, she's definitely not dead.
Oh
she's
my God.
41.
I hate myself. I'm cutting all that. That's so bad.
I can't remember who it was. I think it might have been J-Lo. Or somebody, at least, some famous people got early access to Threads like the day before. So that's why. Like,
the best part of Threads was on the first day was all the like memes and gifs about how Elon Musk is reacting, and I really liked it. And also, I feel like Threads.
Did you really like it?
Yeah, I feel like Threads is it's quite an innocent space right now because no one knows kind of what it is. So, like even the biggest of big names, all these celebrities are just pissing around on it. Like we haven't. Well, maybe we have now. I've not been on it in like a day, but like. Maybe like the micro influencers are like, hey, use my code right now. But right now, it's a good, safe, fun space. And I hope it doesn't get crazy bad like Twitter.
So I downloaded it.
Yeah. I saw that you started following me.
Did I?
Yeah.
I clicked skip on that follow everybody.
Oh, maybe I'm following you then.
Yeah, probably. So I think one reason why it's been so successful is because it's the easiest app to sign up to. You literally press a button, sync everything with your Instagram, done.
Yeah.
So I actually watched a video on this recently, sort of talking about Threads and will it last and what does this mean and stuff like that. And it was talking about how with that whole thing of the Instagram meshing over, you start with like a base following already.
But can you get rid of it? I don't think you can get rid of Threads now you have it. Unless you delete your Instagram.
If you delete your Threads account, it deletes your Instagram account.
Fuck that.
But
that's locked a lot of people in, let me tell you.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. This is sort of what that video I was watching was on about, is why this will last. Because, like, the creator of Twitter made a new Twitter. I can't remember what it was called. It was called, like, Blue Sky or something. But he made his own version of Twitter.
Sky.
And nobody has heard of it. But Threads, obviously, with Instagram, Meta, Zuckerberg, all that shit. And the easiness to just bring over. And the integration between the two apps. You can share a Threads on your Instagram story very easily. And then on your Instagram story, you can click on that, sending you straight to Threads.
I just think I just like the fact that it's quite playful and innocent right now. What was your first thread?
I've not been on it. I downloaded it, but I've not looked at it since. I downloaded the app, clicked like the sync stuff, chose not to follow everybody.
I've not followed everybody either.
Just because I'm like, I follow a fair amount of people already, and I don't know. A new start.
No, it's too
I'm not really going to use it, honestly. I also like Twitter, and I like the nastiness of Twitter. I think that's what's the selling point. You know, Instagram, Facebook, all that shit. Twitter is just a bunch of people arguing over nothing. And that's what's fun. I explained it.
Keyboard warriors.
Yeah, I explained it as in this. You sat on the train and the person behind you is on the phone having an argument. You're going to listen in. That's Twitter, for me at least.
My first thread was, are we cheating on Twitter or something?
Wow, how many likes? How many likes? I post on Instagram now, so I'm obsessed with this shit. Instantly. It's hooked me.
No,
I need attention, Ruby.
I don't want to play with you anymore from Toy Story. Where Andy's playing Woody in the bin, it's Twitter being trashed.
And I think Zuckerberg wants to be like the king of social media. Facebook, Instagram, Threads. I think he wants to have it all.
Yeah, probably.
The metaverse. I think he wants to be like in control of all social media. For whatever twisted reason.
Maybe one day he just wants to wipe it all.
Which would be great. And like, I'm not one of those people. It wouldn't
be great, Sonny.
I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, fuck social media. But I just think the reaction from the world.
Well, how would we know? We can't talk about it online.
You'd find a way to talk to people. I mean, maybe we'd pick up the local newspaper.
Anyway. Moving on to what you watching? Insert listener's jingle here.
That could be you right there. That could have been you.
With your little mug full of goodies and treats.
So, what have you been watching? Tell us.
Sonny, there's two things. I won't go into it. And I don't want you to start Googling it because I just want to say my view. First thing, Hijack on Apple TV.
Oh, yeah.
Idris Elba. It is phenomenal. I love it. The fact, right, I love a plane thing anyway. I love a good hijack on a plane, if I'm honest. I'm not going to spoil it, but basically... they get hijacked on a plane.
Whoa. The show Hijack?
No, it's just so tense. Hijacked? I can't tell you how tense it is. And it's weekly on Apple TV. So you're having to wait. And now, because I'm watching it with Lewis, I have to wait to be with him again, which is fucking in about 10 years. 2 weeks.
I'll have probably posted again on Instagram by then.
Hopefully. So yeah, Hijack, just watch it. Idris Elba, I just love him anyway. I think he's a ledge. And yeah, it's really great. I think it's really great.
You've been on a bit of a Hijack plane kick.
I know. Here's another one.
Yeah.
Plane.
Very simple.
With Gerard Butler.
Gerard Butler's Plane.
Gerard Butler's Plane.
That would have been a better name. Gerard Butler's Plane.
It's on Netflix. And Lewis was just like, oh, this looks quite good. Click, play, lovely.
You're so fucking weird.
Apparently my like
odd.
word is, I say lovely about 20 million times.
No,
Lovely,
you say
lovely.
lovely, yes, 20 million times in that sentence. You go lovely, lovely, lovely.
Or I go like, chomp, chomp, chomp. I'm so weird.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You know what you are?
Plain.
It's a bunch of just onomatopoeias that you do.
Yeah. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Anyway. Plane, it's really, really good. He's on a plane again. Pilot has to land in this weird like island where all these people like want to kill people and they have to just get off. I'm not explaining it well. Go watch it.
Okay. So the Isle of Wight.
No.
You should add crickets to that moment where you just fucking stared at me like, what's the Isle of Wight?
I know what the Isle of Wight is. I was getting the joke. Sometimes I'm slower than you.
I know. You're very slow.
Know. Anyway, watch them films. Playing with Gerard Butler and Hijack with Idris Elba.
Very nice.
What about you, Sonny?
God, Ruby, I've been watching too much.
Don't we know it?
Too much. Like I said, I only saw 2 films at Sundance. So, well, I saw 2 films at Sundance. I've been to a secret screening, and we've had some great TV recently. So I'm going to quickly say, Talk to Me was one of the films
great.
I saw.
Can't wait.
You Hurt My Feelings was another film I saw. The secret screening I went to recently was for Joyride, and I've just finished a TV show called I Am a Virgo. Now, I want you, I know you're probably going to choose the one you want to hear about. I want you to pick one of those, and I'll talk about it.
Me?
Yeah. Instead of me talking about all 4 and making you want to rip your hair out, choose one.
Joyride.
You want to go for Joyride?
Yeah.
That was my secret screening. I went and seen Joyride.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, Joyride is a new comedy movie. You remember those?
You explain things so well. I just say, it's about a plane.
It's about a plane. Gerard Butler's on a plane and he's got to land it in the Isle of Wight, but it's not actually the Isle of Wight. It just kind of is like the Isle of Wight, but he's on a plane.
Go on. Just because you write a bio out every time you watch a film, you nerd.
I've not done it this week because I gave you 4 options. I'm not doing it 4 times only to use 1.
Carry on.
Joyride is a new comedy coming from Lionsgate. It follows 4 young Chinese-American friends as they bond and discover the truth of what it means to know and love who you are while they travel through China in search of one of their birth mothers.
It's got her from Emily in Paris in, right?
Who's that?
I don't remember her name.
I didn't watch Emily in Paris, so... It stars Ashley Park.
I think it's her.
She's from...
Emily in Paris.
I don't watch it.
Carry on.
Sherry Cola.
It might be her, actually.
Sabrina Wu, I might say these names wrong, by the way, and the Oscar-nominated Stephanie Hsu, I believe you say it, but I don't know, from Everything Everywhere All at Once. Get to know it then. She just shook her head for the folks at home. So this movie, it's interesting because this is bringing back the raunchy comedies, sex, swearing, and everything, but now we're doing it through this somewhat wholesome friendship story about them trying to find her birth mother. It's a bit... Some of the jokes were very hit or miss for me. I did enjoy this movie a lot. I know some people dislike it because it's not for them, and I think there's always going to be people who don't like raunchy comedies because I don't think this sold itself to me.
Can you give me another raunchy comedy so I can relate?
American Pie.
Never seen it.
Super bad.
Never seen it.
Just it's a comedy movie that has sex and swearing and, you know, like there's a whole running...
I know. The one with Jennifer Aniston and Adam Sandler.
Get fucked. You don't know anything, Ruby. You're so dumb
Murder.
sometimes. You're so dumb and so idiotic.
Why am I dumb? I don't know your industry, Sonny. Fuck you.
I'm just really trying to push your buttons.
Mystery.
I'm just really trying to
you.
push your buttons.
I'm leaving.
I know you've been in a bad mood today, so I can't help myself. The listeners probably think I'm a dick, but no one can hear you right now. You've not got the mic to you. You're on strike. Ruby said she's on strike. She's put the microphone away. She's pissed off at me for trying to call her a little idiot and take the piss.
I'm not really. I'm back.
Oh, wow.
Guys, I'm back.
You just lost out on a real good contract you could have fought for. You could have fought for
Just
that.
carry on with your raunchy comedy.
Jesus.
Fucking grown up.
Why do you hate me?
I don't. I love you, boys.
We're actually going to get into that, I guess, but...
No.
Joyride is fun. There's like a whole running gag about a pussy tat. I'm just going to slowly
vagina
wait.
tattoo.
Yeah, you've caught on to what that is.
Pussy
That's
tat.
what they call it throughout the film.
A pussy tat.
And there's like a whole running joke about it. Yeah, it's like, it's a bit wholesome in moments. They try to hit those emotional beats. It's not perfect. But again, for what it's trying to be, is a silly little fun comedy about a group of friends trying to discover who they are and where they're from. And it's like I say, I like that it's told through a slightly different point of view. It's not Superbad, which obviously then they made 1,000 versions of that through different movies.
Okay. Do you want to do one more? Or can we move on?
We'll move on. I won't let anyone else have to listen to this shit. Oh, wow. More bickering. A whole section of bickering.
What is wrong with me this week, Sonny?
Oh, I've got a hot one this week.
Okay.
One that's actually kind of grinded my gears quite a bit.
What?
So we have 2, potentially 3 packs of wet wipes, either anti-bac, window cleaning, whatever. I went to look at them the other day.
Yeah.
All open, all dried up, all useless.
Let me tell you,
whole
I've not touched them.
Well, I've not left it like that because obviously I know to fucking close the thing. So why would I have gone there? It's open, dried out, and useless. I threw them away.
I use the Method spray.
So you've probably just done something and messed it up and unopened it.
That is so manipulative. I didn't do it. I haven't done anything.
How do I know you're not lying to me?
Okay, fine. Call me a big fat liar.
You know, who's done it? The ghost?
Maybe. I've not touched the wipes.
Did you do it, Ghost?
Yeah.
No, you don't sound like that, do you? You ill? What's up with you, Ghost?
Sonny,
you sound more healthy than that.
I've not touched the wet wipes.
You know, a better podcast would go with that riff and you'd start doing a ghost voice and we'd have a conversation as a ghost. But that would be a better podcast, not ours.
Let me speak to the ghost then. Hey, sup?
Hello.
No, what are we doing?
It is me, the ghost of 954.
What are we doing?
Riffing.
Don't like this anymore.
You hate this podcast.
I like the pod. It's just my partner.
I told you. I said the best way to describe this podcast is 2 people, and maybe I've said this on the show, is 2 people constantly fighting to do a different type of podcast. You have your idea, and I have my idea, and it's 2 different ideas.
Anyway, so yours is the wipes.
Yours is that you've ruined the wet. Yeah, mine is that you've ruined the wet wipes because you've dried them out and we've had to throw them away, and it was a waste.
I haven't even opened the wet wipes.
No, you haven't even closed them.
It's not me, I promise.
What have I done then?
The bin smell. Sonny, the bin smell. I cannot. The other day, I obviously went home, bin's empty. I come back, the scent hit me in the face as I entered the flat. Thought, oh, candles, light, 1,000 candles lit in this fucking flat. Open the bin. Tie the bag because we have 3 little compartments for our bin that we do not use properly.
I thought I went into too much detail.
I lifted it up, drip, white, liquid, don't know what it was, smelt rotten, dripping everywhere. Look weird. I had to bleach the bin. Sonny's scared of bleach as well, which is a fucking ick.
That's what I was meant to mention on the phobia thing.
Bleach.
I've got an irrational fear for bleach.
No, he's so scared.
No, I'm not. I'm just said I look at bleach as like pure acid.
It's not.
If it like touches my skin, it'll burn a hole in it. I know it's not there. And I'll use bleach, obviously. You've got to use bleach.
I had to bleach the bins because it stunk. And I was like, what's in there? What have you put in there? This has happened for the last 2 weeks and I've not actually put anything in the bin. So, yeah, please take responsibility for
maybe my flat fury should be start using the bin.
I use the bin.
What are you not put stuff in the bin for 2 weeks? Where's your stuff going?
Anyway, the bin smell. Please sort it out. Please.
What do you want me to do?
Not put liquid in the bin. Who puts liquid in a bin?
I've not put liquid in a bin, but other things might build liquid. Over time, things sweat.
Oh, I feel sick.
But also, you want to live in a world where bins don't smell? I'm sorry, honey.
Bin room,
that's world.
That's
the world.
The bin room can smell. Our flat, no. I don't want it to smell. I don't like a bad smell. I like to come home to niceness. When we do the next Weekly Wonder, can you do what you did last time? Wonder!
Just use it. Just use the same.
No, I like your one.
Just use the one from last week.
Okay, I will. The weekly wonder, the weekly wonder, the weekly wonder, the weekly wonder.
Wonder in this motherfucker wonder. Whoa, did you hear my voice then? How high it went?
Great.
Whoa, I just did that again for the real life times.
The question.
I'm a bit delusional today. I don't know what's going on.
The question was, what is the worst thing your sibling has ever done to you?
Oh, wow, because we've not spoke about this enough. Riff with me. Say something back.
Yeah,
Add on to my jokes.
No, we've not done anything more. What? Let's just start again, please. I don't even know what you're saying.
Okay, go on. Ooh.
I feel like you've not really done much bad to me, but I've done quite a lot bad to you.
Yeah, but maybe that's why I've got this resentment deep down building up for you.
What would you say is the worst thing I've ever done to you?
I really don't think you've done anything that bad.
I have.
You've really not.
I broke Sonny's arm.
You broke my arm, but like it's not like you grabbed my arm, put me in an arm lock and snapped it. Like it was an accident. I know and I've heard of other families, other siblings who hate each other, siblings who don't speak, stuff like that. And
we speak for fun.
Well, honestly, this is probably the longest conversations we have is when we do this. You know, do you think this is getting us closer or further apart?
I think further apart, to be honest. I don't know either.
But what I'm trying to say is, I don't think you've done anything too bad to me in the context. Yeah, in the context of the whole idea.
I mean, I wouldn't murder you or steal from you.
Yeah, you have. You've stole from me.
What? An Americano Costapod?
No, I can't remember what it was. Oh, a keyring, and you re-gifted it to me.
Oh, yeah, I took a Lego keyring and was like, I bought you a Lego keyring, but I just stole it from his room. But that's not the worst thing.
That's the worst thing you've ever done to me.
Tell me what happened when I broke your arm.
That's pure manipulation, stealing.
Tell me what happened when you broke your arm.
God, that keyring. So Ruby broke my arm. How old was I?
6, 7.
I feel like I was older than that.
8, 9. I don't know.
Let's go with 9. It doesn't really.
You weren't 9, or maybe you were. I think you were 8.
Okay, let's go with 8.
I tell you when it was. It was the season finale of Glee, because I remember watching it, crying, and that had broke your arm.
So Ruby, you were trying out or part of the cheerleading team? What was it?
We were just doing some cheerleading at school, and I was like, I need to be good.
Okay, so Ruby was doing some cheerleading. And I was obviously 8 or something. I was a small little young boy, very light, very easy to throw.
Of course, he's my trick partner. Woohoo!
So Ruby is like, hey, let's come do some shit on this garden out here. And I'm like, yeah, sure, I'm a kid. I don't really know what cheerleading is, but I'll fucking jump around and do some dumb, cheerleading, but not really knowing what it was. So I was on your shoulders and stuff, and you were spinning around, and you were like, this is so great. The girls are going to love me, and I'm finally going to get my crush to notice me.
No, I remember putting you up there, and we were at our grandparents' house, and they have this big window that you can see in. And I turned around with Sonny on my shoulders. I was like, hey!
Hey, everybody, look, Sonny's on my shoulders.
And they were all clapping at the window. And then you fell.
And then, no, you span around, and I obviously lost balance because I was just stood on your shoulder. I wasn't sat on your shoulders. I was purely stood.
And I was just holding your little ankles.
Exactly. So I fell. And the very smart 8-year-old I was, I put my arm out to break my fall. And it definitely broke something.
Oh, it was awful, actually. I felt so bad.
I mean, I remember it quite clearly, but my mum always says that my arm looked like a banana.
No,
it was curved.
It did.
And I can't really remember it too well. I just remember it being quite swollen, and I guess that's why it looked like a banana and curved. But it was really messed up. It hurt a lot. We went to the hospital and stuff, and we had to sit there for an hour or two. You know how they do, and I was got a broken arm.
Young. It was really awful. I felt so fucking bad, actually.
Well, what it was just waves of pain.
So you had a really traumatic experience in the hospital.
We were at the hospital. And honestly, what helped me, I had to stay overnight, and they did x-rays and all that jazz, and eventually we're going to do an operation on it and then put me in a cast. But when I stayed overnight, what kind of helped me, what humbled me, was in the same room was a guy who broke his leg. And all night, this fucker cried.
Oh.
Kept me up.
How old was he?
I don't know. There was a curtain.
Okay.
And I can't remember. I was 8. I wasn't really thinking about that.
Yeah.
But it really made me realize, oh God, this kid is like having to cry himself to sleep. Like,
this is so sad.
So it made me realize, oh, this isn't like, it could have been a lot worse. So we went into the operation and they were doing it. And during this operation, they put me to sleep and I had this horrible nightmare that I didn't get put to sleep properly. And I was like kicking and screaming and they were trying to start the operation and they were trying to like hold me down. The
anesthesia didn't work, basically.
No, this was the dream I had.
In your dream, your anesthesia wasn't working.
And and I woke up crying after the operation. My mum was like, oh my God, it's okay. You know, you just had a nightmare. It's all over now. You've had your operation. We're going to put you in a cast, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh my God, Mama, it was a horrible dream I had. I don't know what to do anymore. I just want to be back on the farm. So they were just like, it's okay. It's all good. I got put in a cast. And what was it? Is it 6 weeks or 6 months? How long are you in a cast for?
Fucking 6 weeks, not 6 months.
Hey, I've not had to do it for a while.
Touch wood.
Touch wood. So after 6 weeks, I got my cast off. My arm is back, better than ever, and I went on with my life. Eventually broke the other arm a few years later, but that's not relevant to this story. Probably about 2 years ago.
Yeah, this is over nearly 12 years.
Over a decade for sure. And I don't even know how this got brought up or why Mum decided to finally
reveal the truth.
But this dream I had, I'm sure the listeners and the simpletons have caught on to what the twist is. The dream was real.
It was.
The anesthesia didn't work and they were holding me down and I was kicking and screaming and crying.
It was worse than what you're thinking. So obviously because he was too young, they didn't inject it into his hand. They put the mask over his face. It was strawberry
milkshake
was
scented.
It? Nice. I've touched wood, never been under.
I've been under loads.
He was like breathing it in. It wasn't putting him to sleep. And they started panicking. They took off the mask bit, got the fucking tube and shoved it down his throat. Panic, panic, panic. And we told him that it was
real.
It was real all along. His traumatic dream.
But genuinely, I do think that may have been the best thing to do. Because I could have been terrified of the doctor or a hospital from that situation.
Well, yeah. You just thought it was a little dream.
Because I thought it was a dream, I genuinely didn't question it. And I was like, but I do think, I don't know how I would have reacted if I knew that was real. And I would definitely be wary.
Good parenting from Kaz and Andrew.
Yeah and no, but it was a whole thing. My entire childhood had sort of been shifted slightly because I'm like, you lied to me about this? What else have you lied to me about?
Don't know.
So, you broke my arm and it caused the biggest trauma of my life, which again, isn't too bad.
No, of course.
Breaking your arm, having a bad dream, and turned out that bad dream was a reality.
I also remember, you might not remember, when we were younger and it was Halloween, Sonny's favourite spooky time of the year, I had this witch's broom and I was playing with it and then Sonny pissed me off so much I smacked him around the face with the end. Not the pointy end, the actual broomy brush end.
Yeah.
And it scratched his eye and he got a big scar on his eye.
Because it's like the classic witch's broom. It's just like a bunch of twigs attached to a rod.
I was a bit mean, I think. Do you think you've done anything bad to me?
Not that I can tell you about.
I can tell you one. Sonny tried to drown me in a swimming pool really badly and I was so upset.
This was only a week ago, by the way.
No, this was you were young. But Sonny, I don't know why I had no strength. You were pulling me down. Push, 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 push. And I couldn't breathe. That's the worst thing you've done to me.
So you're telling me I was this close to living on my own?
Yeah.
God damn
Shut up. You couldn't do life without me.
No, I wouldn't murder you, Ruby. I wouldn't. I'd get someone to do that for me, obviously.
I guess we've been all right. We've never done anything really bad.
We're okay. Yeah, we've not had to disown each other. We just have dumb bickering arguments, and that's the worst kind of arguments because they're not even interesting. There's no substance to them. We're just fucking bickering over wet wipes.
Do you want to hear some of the listeners?
Please.
Do you have any, by the way? No, because you didn't fucking share it on the Instagram, you bitch.
I don't really know what to say to that.
Seriously, I need to start sharing them.
Yeah, you're calling me out here live on air, and I feel like I'm being ganged up on. You and the ghost, you just give me that look, and I don't like it.
Okay, we had a few. They stabbed me in the leg with a pencil.
Nice.
Okay.
Classic. I was stabbed with a pencil, but not by you.
My brother threw a dart at me and it got stuck in my leg. I thought I'd been stabbed. A dart.
That's classic, though. Me and my friends used to do that. I used to, when I threw parties and I had my little wheel you'd spin, one of the options on the wheel would be get a dart thrown at your hand.
Fuck
So you'd have to put your hand on the dartboard and someone else would throw it. And it always missed.
As
no
a
one's
child,
ever been hit.
though, if your older brother threw a dart at you, shit.
Yeah,
in her leg.
Maybe you wouldn't make it a drinking game.
My sister used to bite me whenever she didn't get her own way and have scar. I have scars left from her devil teeth. I'm not a biter.
You're not?
Nah.
There was always that one kid at school who was known for biting people, and it was like, watch out for that girl over there, she bites. And it was like the weird kid.
Listen to this one. I threw a battery-powered quad at her head.
So I'm assuming that's like a little RC.
I'm assuming it's like, I don't know.
Let me just double check. When I say little RC, do you know what I'm on about there? I don't even know why you like. I'm sorry. A little remote controlled car.
RC.
An RC.
Why use things I don't know? It's like me saying, do you know how to do a pas de deux? Do you know how to do pas de deux?
I'm assuming that's a little dance move that I don't know how to do.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I knew what it was.
It's not a dance move. It's partner working.
But I knew like the context.
We're beating up my cuddly toys.
Oh, they're great. Have you seen the videos that have been going around recently? Where it's like when my girlfriend leaves me alone, it's just
no.
punching all the stuffed animals.
I'm going to out Lewis and I right now.
Lewis has done it.
No, Lewis loves.
Yeah, I know he does. He loves them more than you.
We have these like little
stuffed animals.
Stuffed animals, basically. They have names, they have personalities. We're basically so sad. And Lewis took one of them home. The big, he's called Parker. He's a penguin. He's huge from Hyde Park. Lewis's brother made a whole video.
Fucking it?
Have you not seen this video?
Did his brother fuck it?
No, I'm going to show you live on air.
I don't know. I don't want to watch his brother fuck a stuffed animal.
It's not like that. No, this is too funny. Watch this. No, it gets...
So it's just torturing
look at Parker. Then he starts bouncing like, get me away!
Just kicked a... Wow, it really bounced then. It just kicked...
his head in the door.
Kicked it in the face. It's now attached it to the back of a bike.
Put it on top of the roof.
Thrown it off the roof. Yeah, it was riding with it, like dragging from the back of a bike. He hung it for a second. That's messed up.
Pissed off. So yeah, I guess... But I've seen the thing where the boyfriends destroy their girlfriends' cuddly toys. But Lewis loves our stuffed animals.
Interesting.
They kicked my head into a wall. I feel like there's so much violence.
I want some more context to these. That's the thing. I want to know why.
No, I know.
I want to know.
I've got
what
some
did
stories
you
from
do?
the kids I look after. Yesterday,
Oh God.
we're in Itsu, in public. But I bought slime for one of the girls' birthdays. Obsessed.
Hell
I'm the best person ever.
What is this? The Kids' Choice Awards?
I know. No, it's that butter slime. Lovely.
Just do a lovely count.
We're in Itsu. One of them grabs the other one's slime. Sonny, the amount of hair that she pulled out, I was like, oh, no, I can't even,
This is why we need siblings. And this is why,
not to hurt them. I wouldn't hurt you.
Have you ever met an only child?
Yeah.
Yeah. You need siblings because it really does
humble
you, ground you, makes you deal with certain conflicts, like not getting your own way. And like, you can take a punch.
There's a thing where it's like, you know that you're an only child when you don't ask where someone else is going. So say I had a boyfriend who was an only child. If they stood up and went somewhere, and I'd be like, where are you going? Like, toilet. You only do that if you have siblings. You don't do that if you're alone.
I wouldn't do that if we're in this living room and someone's going to the toilet. But also,
if I just stood up,
I would
be like, where are you going?
No, I would stand up and say,
I'm going
to the toilet.
Yeah,
so
and
that's
you only do that if you've got siblings. Siblings are so mean. Like, some of the things you say to me are actually mean, but then Sonny always goes, I don't really mean it. You know?
Oh, yeah, I'm horrible to you. But, yeah, I don't mean it in, like, a genuinely mean way.
Yeah.
It's just a bit of banter. Like, earlier when I called you an idiot and you got really upset and went on strike, and that was just me joking around,
maybe
trying to push your buttons.
Say there's a glass full of anger, negative. Drop every time you... say another thing, another drop.
What is this metaphor
liquid.
again? Just explain that.
Maybe. You've been pushing my buttons all day.
You're a glass of water.
Oh!
And I'm an ostrich egg.
Maybe my glass is just at the brim.
Yeah.
And that one little idiot comment knocked it all over. Spilt the milk.
But wouldn't it just overflow slightly?
We're going to move on now because I'm really getting very angry.
You're overflowing slightly right now.
Stop.
But you are quite easy to piss off.
I'm sensitive.
And like when I get annoyed at you, I'm not really annoyed at you. I'm kind of hamming it up a bit.
Anyway, we're not talking about
Sometimes I get annoyed at you, of course, but like I'm kind of hamming
it up a little bit. Should we not talk about us
anymore?
Should we talk about siblings?
What's the podcast about?
Siblings. Or I don't even know what the podcast is about.
No one does. We don't. We're still figuring it out. Give us some ideas, peeps. Let us know.
This has been a fucking shambles, guys. I'm so sorry. Episode 8 or 9?
This is 8, right?
Oh, 8's one of my favourite numbers too.
We're on 8.
We've spoken for nearly 8 hours of shit.
Yeah, maybe we should stop. I don't know. This hasn't been a great one. I'm sorry, guys. But I promise you, we'll come back next week. Bigger, better, more energy. We're building up to stuff, you know. We've got some plans in the works.
We've got major plans in the works.
We might be getting another guest on at some point soon. Yeah. We're going to see what's happening. If you want to be a guest, get in touch. Seriously, I want more people to get in touch with the podcast. I want to know.
Why, Sonny? Why do you want people to get in touch with the podcast?
For a bunch of reasons. Because, like, obviously, we're a new podcast, but I want to hear what you like about it, what you dislike about it, what
review
we can do.
us.
Well, like, review us on Apple and Spotify, but, like, send us a message. Generally give us criticism on your review. Still make it 5 stars, but give us criticism. But I generally want people to get in touch because I want to know what people think about this. Because I don't know. I want to know the truth. I don't want
nothing but the truth.
I don't want, oh, it's great, it's so funny, and I'm like, thanks, Mum. I want the truth. No, I really am pushing people to get in touch. This is your call to action right now because we're a new podcast, still figuring ourselves out.
CTA.
Still debating whether we want to do this or not.
I want to do it. Sonny doesn't. Let's wrap this up.
You're not going to ask me what I've got coming up? You always do that and I
what,
panic.
What have you got coming up?
Weddings.
Oh, fucking so boring.
But my friend is back from some beach country. Can't remember where she actually went.
Some beach country.
I can't remember where she went. So I'm just going to say some beach country. Some country that has some nice beaches. So she's been working over there for about 6 months now. And she's finally back. So we're going out for drinks at some point, a bunch of us, to say hi and catch up. I know she's been working over there and doing a lot of surfing at this beach country.
That's cool.
So, yeah, besides that, I've not got too much on. Oh, I'm going to see Steve-O tonight.
Yeah, we'd planned to go see Insidious
together. We didn't. You begged me. Just like how you begged me to be a regular egg, to go see Insidious the Red Door, because
it's a Friday night. I want to do something.
Fucks with Insidious, but I'm busy. I'm going to see Steve-O tonight from Jackass. I don't know what he's doing, honestly.
He just paid for his ticket. He didn't even know it was tonight.
I paid for it months ago, this ticket. I sent some money to my friend. And, like, I don't know, is he going to go on stage and just talk? What are you up to this week?
Our parents are coming to London. Exciting. My friend Liv's coming to London. We're going to Copper Club, which is a lovely restaurant. Tuesday. Another release of the Taylor Swift tickets. I will be on it. Tuesday. I'm going to see Shakespeare. I'm going to see Shit-Face Shakespeare.
Fun. Do you know what they're doing?
Much Ado About Nothing.
You excited?
I'm just so excited to see them get drunk. It's so funny.
Are you going to do a shot every time they do?
Maybe. I'll talk about it on the pod next week. So, yeah, Sonny, check us out, baby.
Thank you for listening, guys. It's been the best. You've got 2 things to do this week. Everybody, every simpleton out there needs to do this.
Pitch the pod.
You need to pitch the pod. We want themes. We want jingles. We want it all. Make it as weird, as wacky, as high quality, as low quality. Do what you want to do.
Tell 25 friends about our podcast each.
Well, Ruby's gave you more homework. Jesus. And I also want you to, actually get in touch with us and tell you what's good and bad. How can we improve? Is the bickering fun, or are you getting fed up of it like me?
Like me.
You know, should we stop talking about what we're doing in our weeks because no one gives a fuck? Or is that interesting to you? I'm curious. I want to know because...
Sonny's being real right now.
Yeah, if Ruby's going to keep making me do this... Sorry, let me word that better. If we're going to keep doing this, then I want to make sure people are enjoying it and I want to make it as good as possible. Like I say, I want to just dick around and talk shit and make silly jokes.
Anyway, much love. Love
also,
you.
We've not even said any of the other stuff. Also, who do you prefer, me or Ruby? That's something I'd like to know.
Everyone will prefer you. I know that because you're funny.
Check us out on YouTube at Payne and Simple Podcast. We're at Instagram at Payne and Simple Podcast. I'm at Instagram at Sonny_Payne. Go out. You don't even need to like it. Just look at that new post I did and say, well, Sonny. You really posted something, didn't you? Go to Ruby May Payne.
My Instagram's very active. Enjoy.
Like every single thing on there, except for
posts.
one picture. Yeah. Then check us out on all the Spotifys, all the Apples, and everything like that. Leave us some reviews. It really helps us. You know, Ruby wants us to push this and get us to grow and stuff, and I do too. I'll admit it.
Thank you.
And so leave us a review in the app. You know, it's easy, it's free, and it really does help us. Let's wrap it up.
One piece of advice.
I want you to choose a number between 1 and 21.
12.
I searched advice, and I found
Do number 12. It's my lucky number. Go.
I found a website and it says the 21 most cliche advices to give.
Great. Go on.
12. Everything happens for a reason. Thank you, guys.
Wait, I've not said
Listen
mine.
to the podcast over and over again in your ear holes, coming at you. This is Ruby and Sonny signing off.
Some advice is no!